I'm Michael Henry, and in this video, you're going to learn everything you need to know about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the essential building blocks of energy for our body. We need carbohydrates in order to produce fast-acting energy so that we can do the activities of our daily life, whether it be going to work or enjoying leisure things outside of work. There are two different kinds of carbohydrates. We have fast digesting carbohydrates and we have slow digesting carbohydrates. Now, the difference between the two is that the slow digesting carbohydrates typically have a lot more fiber in it. So when they metabolize into our body and we actually digest them, they go through our system relatively slowly over the span of a couple hours, allowing our bodies to get the energy that it needs spread out over time. Now, with the fast digesting carbohydrates, these don't have as much fiber, if at all, and they go through our system very quickly, giving us a quick burst of energy, which is why we call them fast carbohydrates, but we don't actually have a lot of energy to sustain us for a long period of time. Different types of slow carbohydrates or complex carbohydrates include a lot of plant-based foods. So whether it be fruits and vegetables, it can also include grains and certain types of wheats or breads that contain a lot of fiber, a lot of barley, or different types of grains or seeds that are included in it, which will slow down that digestion. Even seeds and nuts will contain some fiber as well. These are all considered carbohydrates, but those slow digesting carbohydrates. The amount of carbohydrates that you should be eating on a daily basis depends on the person, depends on your size, depends on your activity level, so many variations. But typically speaking, we want to consume somewhere between 60 to 70% of our diet needs to actually come from carbohydrates. So limiting carbohydrates out of your diet is not what you need to be doing. You want to try to transition, or at least maybe swap out those fast carbohydrates for the slow carbohydrates. When you have a lot of slow carbohydrates, that's totally fine. Eat as many as you want because it's going to go through your digestive system slowly, you're going to get that energy spread out over time, and you're not actually going to want to eat as much because you're going to get filled up from the fiber that contains inside them. If you catch yourself limiting the amount of foods that you're eating, including carbohydrates, and you're not actually allowing your body to get the foods that it wants, especially when we're craving carbohydrates, this is a problem. Your body actually needs it. Like I was saying, it's the essential building blocks of energy for your body, and we need somewhere between 60 to 70% of our diet to be carbohydrates so we can get that energy to be able to do the things that we need to do on a day-to-day basis. So, don't limit the carbohydrates in your diet, consume the right types of carbohydrates like slow digesting carbohydrates, and then you'll be completely fine.